Hey guys, how y'all doing? Hope everything is well. Everything is good with me. Y'all, this story with the Kamaya, it just got crazy, y'all. It just got, it was badder than what we think. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so heartbreaking to hear what happened to Kamani. It's such a damn shame. Like, what the hell is going on? Okay, yesterday I did the story with Kamani that she was missing. They spoke to the grandmother and they spoke to the father. Now, mind you, I read it to y'all. I'm not making this up. I read this to you from the internet. The father said Kamani said she was scared to be in the house because she said she heard some noise or whatever like that, like somebody was trying to break into the house. So the father said he came over. He said with a friend. But today he said he came over with his cousin. So now they did show the cousin. You're gonna see the picture of the cousin. So now the grandmother said, well, the father said, remember, he left at like 12:30ish. I told y'all, anybody use that ish, don't believe them. So anyway, the grandmother had, when she came home, which is so crazy because so we don't really know how long Kamani has been staying in the house alone. You understand what I'm saying? Because like I said before, the way you move, people watch how you move. Like, for real, people really do. You think people ain't watching you? Yes, they do. They watch your movements. You know what I'm saying? And anybody could have really hurt Kamani. Now, this got me so confused. I think even they are confused. So now they at the house that Kamani body was found. Y'all seen it yesterday. The house should not have been even standing. That house was a hot damn mess. How could a person do that to a little girl like that? A 13-year-old baby. Put that little girl in there. So now what they're saying is, okay, let me go back. So now y'all gonna see the video because it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. It's a hot damn mess. So now they spoke to the mother and they was just like, they, matter of fact, they didn't speak to the mother. They spoke to the grandmother. But the mother, she was saying some things. You know what I'm saying? She was cussing the mother out. Like, for real. She was cussing the mother out. She was in your hands, blah, 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 blah. Then the mother was over there with the homicide. I guess they was homicide. Homicide, SWAT detectives or whatever. They over there, they talking to her. And people are yelling out, you're not crying, da, 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 da. But somebody has said, allegedly, Kamani's grandmother was on the scene like she knew where she was at. That's allegedly, y'all. It's a lot going around, like, for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to take some time to get down to what really happened to Kamani. Yeah, it really is. It really is. So the mother's going off. The grandmother is scared to death because everybody is ready to just pounce on grandma. Like, for real. Everybody ready to pounce on grandma. So I don't know. Like, to me, they said that when the grandmother had came home, like 10 o'clock, they said the last time the grandmother had seen her was 10 o'clock. So I don't know if the grandmother worked at night, you know what I'm saying, and come home in the morning. I don't know. They didn't get into all of that. But the grandmother said the last time she saw was at like 10 o'clock at night. Now, you remember, Kamani said she calls her father and, excuse me, y'all, called her father and said she was scared. This is what he said. You know what I'm saying? This is what he said. And he said he came over there with his boy, but that was his cousin. He's now with his cousin. He could pick any damn body because we don't know what the fuck is going on right now. Because it's a hot damn mess, right? So now you got a mob. Oh, hi. Let me tell you something. Cleveland, Toledo, man, listen. It's rough there, y'all. It's rough. It's rough. But I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I really thought that, these people was going to attack the grandmother. I'm going to be real with you. But this is what, the cousin came up. Two cousins came up. And one of the aunts. And she made a lot of sense. She was talking about Kamaya's mother. She was like, oh no, now she act like she's so, concerned. She haven't seen her daughter since forever. Because I thought the grandmother had adopted. This is what they said. They said at first, they said the grandmother had adopted the little girl from, birth or whatever like that. That's not true. Kamani was staying with another relative for 5 years. Then the grandmother got Kamani and had her for 4 to 5 years. And she just, this year here, she said she had just got her legally. So I don't know what the hell is going on here, y'all. This is just a hot damn mess. These people not watching these kids. So now, the mother is just going the hell off. But they did have to speak to the mother. And she was identified, it was Kamani. But the part that gets to me is, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, they don't really do that out here. You know what I'm saying? Over here I live at, they don't really like do stuff like that. In New York. I mean, I'm not saying it's not done, but the way it was done was horrible. Like, for real. You got, just think about this damn haunted mansion that this baby was placed in. Then they bring the body out in front of all these people. Oh my God. And the crazy part is, that the yellow thing they was covering Kamani with, it was moved. So you could basically see her just there. That was so heartbreaking for me. This is how they do us. You understand? I've never seen anything like that. I've never seen any type of malice like that. Because that is a child. That is a 13-year-old child. For them to bring that baby outside like that and then have her covered, you know what I'm saying? You had a damn yellow thing that didn't, like, they purposely like moved it to the side. I'm just saying allegedly, because it just got me tight. Like, because you don't do shit like that there. You know what I'm saying? That's a child. You got all these people out here. You got like thousands of people out there. Instead of them like making them people go back and stuff like that, they bring the body out a little different. This was like, who gives a damn? Like, the way they brought her out, I swear to God, I ain't never seen nothing like this in my life. In my life. I think that was terrible of them to bring that baby out like that. I'm telling you right now, if I would have been there, God knows, I would have been on the ground. I probably would have fainted. Because I've never seen anything like that before in my life. I told y'all yesterday, I buried 3 kids. Three. And I never seen anything like this. Just disrespect of a body. Bringing a body out and you got a yellow thing holding it up. And you moving it and you can see, you could just see these people like, oh my God, I don't even know how they did it. Like I said, that's a rough town over there. Toledo, Cleveland, I don't know, y'all. But anyway, we're going to try to read this here because I got a lot for y'all to watch. Y'all could just watch the because I'm so confused with this damn, with the story. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on before we can do that. Now, the father. The father, Darren. The name, Darren. What the hell is the father name? Damn it. This thing got me messed up. Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, this really, it's really traumatizing. Like, I'm not gonna front. Like, this is traumatizing for me. Like, this is so crazy. Darren. Sorry, Darnell. The father, Darnell. They were looking for him. Remember, he spoke. He spoke yesterday and he spoke today. I'm going to show you the video. He spoke today. And he was telling the same story he was telling yesterday. Only thing was different is that he said him and his cousin came over. So, the part that gets me, like, the part I don't understand is, like, they're not telling you approximately, because they were saying that the grandmother last time she seen it was like 10 o'clock. So the grandmother said when she came home, the house was in disarray. And Imani panties and her pajamas was in 2 different places, and the house was a hot mess. Okay, so my thing is this here. I don't know if she works overnight, like I said before, and she came home that morning. But she said she called the school to see was Imani there. No. And she called the cell phone. Well, you evidently had to call her first. Like, I'll be real with you. Because if you just call the school, like, who's, who taking care of Imani? Kamani, who's taking care of Kamani? Like, you know, you got to eat breakfast in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you take your shower. Make sure you got your books together. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying she's a bad grandmother or anything like that, but something just ain't right. So, mind you, wait, y'all, I'm skipping. The crowd, like I said, I've seen it so many times happen in Cleveland. Like, for real. You know, because a lot of serial killers come out of Cleveland. Like, for real. And the mob was in front of her house, y'all. They were going to grandma. They were going to kill her. They were going to her grandma. And they said, like, you know, they were going to burn her home down. Like, seriously. They were going to burn her home down. So, Kamani's grandmother was like, yo, I need to get the hell out of here. Like, so the police came over, detectives, I guess, came over, and they had to get her. They had to actually literally get her out the house. So, people was concerned because they was like, she's in handcuffs. You understand what I'm saying? But I don't think that was a good move, because I'm going to just say this here. Grandma said she told them to put her in handcuffs. I don't like that. I don't like that. Because why would you, if you didn't do anything, why in the hell would you want them to put you in handcuffs? Now you really got them thinking that you did something. You understand what I'm saying? Like, why would you volunteer to be put in handcuffs? So now you got them thinking like, Grandma. How many times I said your name? You got them thinking like you did some shit. But she said, I'm not lying. Grandma said she asked to be in handcuffs. I told you. Toledo. Cleveland. Listen, please don't come for me, because guess what? I'm just saying, the things I heard. I know y'all got a lot of these things over there. Yes, you do. But there's a lot of crazy people come from there too. So anyway, they had to get Grandma the hell out of there. But then they talked to Grandma. She was talking about whatever. But check this out, y'all. One more thing. I'm so confused, y'all. I don't even know what to do here, because it's just like hitting me like boom, boom, boom. I'm just like, what the hell is going on here? So now, the father, they're looking for Darnell. Like, where the hell is Darnell? Darnell, we're looking for you, Darnell. So all SWAT came to look for Darnell. I cannot say Darnell is daughter. Okay? But they were looking for Darnell. They found Darnell. They shot Darnell. They shot her daddy. They shot Darnell. He living, y'all. He living. They ain't kill him. He living. But they pop out him. So I'm saying, I don't know, allegedly, was it, they said that he had, that he was a connection with the murder of, the offering of the little girl. And I don't know if he didn't want to give himself up or whatever happened, but some shots, they called in SWAT, y'all. SWAT shot him. Let me just read y'all a little bit of something, because I'm confused, y'all. I don't even drink, and I'm about to take a drink, because this is a lot, y'all. This is a lot. And it's a shame, like I said before. You know, that these little girls, you know, they're not protected by their daddies, they're not protected by their mommies, they're not protected by grandma, they ain't protected by aunts, you know. Everybody want to take the wheel. You understand what I'm saying? But God got to take the wheel on this one. You feel me? God, please take the wheel, because this ain't it. This is not it. These people is different. As we grew up, we ain't never seen nothing like this here kind of stuff going on. This is just a mess. This is a whole bunch of mess going on here, y'all. Every day we reading this poor child. You know what I'm saying? This happened. Creepy old people, and mama know, daddy know, grandma know, but nobody don't want to say nothing. It's like satanic. Like you just want to just sacrifice it. Like you sacrificing little kids out here. Like this crazy. That shit. This shit getting me mad. I don't even think this is what I had went to, y'all. I gotta go back out. Let me go back out, cause I'm just so confused right now, y'all. Come on, man. Come on. They're making silly. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're gonna go right here, y'all. Okay, here we go. Grandma of KEIMANI teen found deceased in East Toledo. Let me make sure I'm on the right one, y'all, because I want to make sure. Let me make sure I'm on the right one, y'all. Just let me go back for a minute. No, I was on the wrong one, y'all. I was on. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, they said this is the update. It says cause of the death determined for KEIMANI. KEIMANI father Darnell Jones is charged with offing her. Felonious assault and abduction in her decease. Toledo, Ohio, the Lucas County Coroner Office on Tuesday released the autopsy results for KEIMANI. 13-year-old was found deceased in an East Toledo house Monday afternoon following a nearly week-long disappearance. According to a press release from the coroner's office, KEIMANI's cause of death was multiple how do you say this word? Inside wounds? What is that? And seized wounds of the neck. This is crazy. Her manner of death was ruled a homicide. Hold on. KEIMANI Darnell Jones has been charged with offing her. Felonious assault and third-degree felonious abduction and relations related to KEIMANI's decease. KEIMANI's father, Darnell Jones, has been charged with murder, phone alone, you just keep saying that. Tuesday morning, Columbus Police SWAT officer shot and injured whom they described as a Toledo man accused of a teen girl. Though they did not specify named Jones, named the father. They didn't name the father, but you know it was the father. Allegedly. Columbus police later positively identified Jones as the suspect who was hospitalized. They did shoot his father. But let me just say this here. Okay, so check this out here. Remember he said she had made the phone call. He made up the story about she made the phone call and he came over there or whatever like that. And he was with his cousin. They showed a picture of the cousin. So I do not know if he's telling the truth, but they damn sure put a picture of his cousin up. So I don't know, y'all. I know the cousin is right now. If it ain't you, you better run your behind to the daggone courthouse, to the goddamn police, turn yourself in, and let them know what's up, because homeboy named you, and your damn picture's there. So I know damn well you and Darnell did not touch this little girl and do something like that and put her in that damn building. Bro, you better turn your damn self in, because I'm telling you, Darnell showed your picture, bro. The news showed your picture. So basically, if you don't have anything to do with it, I'm telling you right now, you should be running people down right now and getting to that damn precinct and tell, like, if this nigga is this ninja lying, or turn yourself in, because they gonna get you. Okay, we ain't finished. He is expected to survive his injuries. 11. They said the news is working to learn more. We are constantly updating our story online. This is crazy. This is crazy. Jones was also used the surname of Ogletree, who was his last person to see her alive before she was reported missing on March 18th. They say on March 18th, then they say March 16th. I don't know here, but they said this is the second time they said 18, but I see another one said 16, but I believe it's the 18th. According to the police, Jones was accused of removing her from a home without her guardian's consent and giving police inconsistent statements about his activities with the victim. So he said, Donnell said, they say that he removed Kamaya from the household, and he's giving statements like what the hell they did or whatever like that. So you took her out of the house, Darnell, in the middle of the night, and did what? And did what? Like, you took her out the house. She just told you she was scared. That's what you said. That's what this thing was. And took her out without any permission. Forget all the permission stuff. That you took her out the house in the middle of the night. To do what? And they said they asking dumb questions, and he's not answering. He's telling so many different stories. Like, oh my God. But we still need to see about that cousin too. I hope you ain't involved, bro. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's finish. Okay. They said according to a warrant for his arrest, he later was charged with aiming her in documents issued Monday night. Police who was investigating KEIMANI's disappearance found her body inside a home on Miami Street by Fessel Street. The coroner office had positively identified the body as KEIMANI, but had yet to determine the cause of manner of death. KEIMANI's family and community mourns. Members saw Toledo for her through vicious search parties since her disappearance. So y'all, I'm gonna let you see video. I'm so sorry this happened to KEIMANI. I swear, these little kids, these little girls, these little boys, it's just so sad to see, something like this. I'm so hurt that this little precious, smart little girl, brave little girl, I call her a hero, in my eyes, because you went through the storm, baby. You went through your mama, you went through this other person, you went through the grandma, you went through daddy. This baby went through the storm. You feel me? That's what you call a hero. She need a Purple Heart. You feel me? Because no one that age should go through anything like that. It's a lot of young ladies that we're doing stories on right now. that is getting ridiculous. But I ain't in that. I'm talking about KEIMANI right now. Naziah is going to get her day in court. What these men did to her. And I say the same thing about her. These young ladies been through the storm. You feel me? That's who you give a Purple Heart to. Because, like I said, no one that age should go through anything like that. And we don't know, because guess what? It happened to them. You understand? So I commend these little girls and boys that didn't continue on with their lives. But you still gonna be in our hearts. Yes, a lot of people all over the world. Trust me. And me myself, Pinky, they call me Pinky. Pinky, they call me Pinky. I'm giving y'all a Purple Heart. You deserve it. Because these kids didn't ask for this. These kids didn't ask for this. But y'all, I'm going to go. Can y'all get this here video? Please. Can y'all get this video at least to like 500? 500. And hit the like button. You know we got to have the like button hit, you know, for the algorithm. But I want this video to just go. You know, please just go. Because, you know, I do a lot of these stories. But this here between Naziah and KEIMANI, this is just too much. This is too much. And like I said, you know, we're going to pray for the family, the ones that cared about these kids. And like I said, we're going to give these kids Purple Hearts. We're going to give them Purple Hearts. Yes. They've been doing more stuff than we did. We grown. All right, y'all. Hit that like button, y'all. Get this video up, y'all. Up. I want to see up. You feel me? Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Love y'all. Okay? Wait for the video, y'all. It's coming.
In the front room, her pajamas were in the dining room on the floor.
Her family handed out flyers telling people if they see her to call police. The teen's grandmother says she's not the type of kid to run off.
She always calls me and asks me prior to going somewhere, can she go? She's a latchkey kid, so she has her own keys for the home. She has a phone just in case anything happens. She can contact somebody. She's very responsible.
KEIMANI's father says he saw his daughter late Sunday night after she called him afraid to be home alone.
I came over here because she said that if it seemed like somebody was trying to break into the house. So I sat for an hour, me and my cousin, we sat over here. And we left around like 12:30ish.
The girl went missing from Elm and Bronson. Toledo police are investigating.
They came inside, they looked around, the officer requested to see her room, how it was set up and all of that, and she went through some of her things, but they didn't take anything.
And Toledo police say that if you know the whereabouts of this young little girl, to call Crime Stoppers. Sasha, back.
Right here. They will not even let her see the baby. But they on the news saying it's her. Toledo weird. We on Miami and what is this? I can't even see the street tip. Miami by the water. Woodmont. I'm trying to see what the This the mama. Don't come over here by me, Mr. Nosy Toledo.
No, that's crazy.
Did that to your own grandbaby.
Own grandbaby.
Nigga, you told me I was supposed to be aborted and that you gave me life anyway, so I wanted to do something for you. I let you see your first grandchild come into this world, nigga, and this is what you do to her?
My bad, y'all. I mean, I was trying to just press live. Don't even say shit. Just press it. Okay. Right on the, why is it right there? Turn my Wi-Fi off. Turn my, you could turn that, yeah. Why do y'all want the deceased body to be shown? That shit traumatizing.
First of all, we don't, but we want to know if it's...
Shut up, cause we're not even gonna read that. Let me turn this off. Let me turn the comments off. Okay, mama.
This boy, y'all insane. I'm not in the mood.
Like, where's that? Where's that? They right there. Yeah, me too. Yep, look at them, y'all. I'm showing everybody's face. Let me show y'all all these. All these! Oh, I ain't even gonna get on the police, because I swear to God, I'm gonna get on them so bad, y'all. Hold on. I'm showing all them ugly. Oh, they only. What? They got all these ugly. Y'all better go ride that road. Here she is. There she is, you guys.
Oh my gosh. Y'all poor baby.
Y'all feel her! Your own grandbaby.
She called him and responded with me all the time before she even got moved in here. Why would she even be giving a statement right now?
She's been gone, and this is not right. We just want to get her home.
Praying for the best, but of course always prepare for the worst.
Discovered a body inside of a home on Miami Street in East Toledo. Police have yet to confirm it was her body, but according to the girl's grandmother, KEIMANI Latigue's body was found. Jeff?
Yeah, well, Jeff, right here on Miami Street, there were a lot of people here earlier today trying to figure out what is happening as they were hearing the news that we were hearing of a body being found in this home. By the way, we know it's burned, but however, police tell us that it was burned before the body was found there, or was before this incident. We were here as well, of course, here on the scene earlier today waiting for information. We're still waiting for some information now. Now, while we have not been able to confirm with police whether this was KEIMANI's body, it was taken out of the house and sent to the coroners. KEIMANI's mother, Tiara Caston, who was here on the scene also, was either shown something by police or had a conversation which we believe was to confirm whether the body was her daughter's. Moments after the conversation or whatever was shown from police, we then see Caston drop to her knees crying. But as mentioned earlier, we have not been able to confirm whether this was KEIMANI they found. We spoke to a cousin of KEIMANI's prior to police finding the body, and she tells us this.
I don't want to go to assumptions, but at this point, I feel like we're looking for a body and not a teenage little girl anymore.
We do know that this is still an ongoing investigation, so there are more parts we're waiting to figure out and find out, which of course we will keep you guys updated as we learn more. Reporting live
into WTOL 11 News on Plus, I'm Sophia Periconi. We continue to track details about the disappearance and death of 13-year-old KEIMANI Latigue. First, we go to the latest on the investigation. We're working to gather more information about a shooting in Columbus this morning that may be connected to KEIMANI's murder investigation. The president of the Columbus Fraternal Order of Police says a man who was shot by SWAT this morning is wanted for a murder of a teenage girl here in Toledo. However, neither he nor a spokesperson for Columbus Police would confirm if that man is Darnell Jones. Here's what the FOP president had to say.
When I heard about this case, this was an individual wanted for homicide out of Toledo. I called my union counterpart in Toledo. I said, hey, good news, we have your guy. Your guy committed a murder, chose to fled to our town. I'll tell you right now, the wrong town to come to if you murder somebody. Our SWAT team will go out looking for you.
We are working right now to confirm if the man shot this morning is Darnell Jones. He's wanted for the murder of 13-year-old KEIMANI Latigue. We'll keep you updated as we learn more. And just a short time ago, our Silver Barker exclusively interviewed KEIMANI's grandmother and legal guardian, and then KEIMANI's aunt. Here's what they both had to say.
So my first question for you, yesterday, lots of things was going on. We want to know specifically at your home, there was a lot of speculation online that you were being arrested, but when we checked with police, that was not the case. So can you further clarify on exactly what did happen yesterday at your home?
Well, I was called and told that there was a mob of people in front of my house. They were angry. It was more or less the people that were here earlier waiting to see if it was KEIMANI that was in the home. And basically some people from the neighborhood had contacted me and said that there was a mob in front of my house, and they were talking about what they were going to do to me once I came home. So the police, the detective, said that she would have a unit come out and help me get my things and more or less escort me off the property. I asked to be handcuffed just so they can get the away from my property.
Are you scared?
So no, I was never arrested. I was taken downtown, but I was never arrested.
Are you scared for your safety right now?
I am.
What are some of the things that you've been hearing and receiving from people?
They said they was gonna blow up my house. They said they was gonna do harm to me. It's just been a barrage of the different things that they've been stating.
And now, yesterday, or let's backtrack first for a little bit. So you are the guardian of KEIMANI, or you were the guardian of KEIMANI, correct?
I am the legal guardian of KEIMANI.
Okay. So in terms of taking care of her, when was KEIMANI placed under your care?
A year ago.
You take care of her?
She's been in my home for the past 5.5 years, but I just obtained legal custody of her a year ago.
Were you and KEIMANI close?
We were.
What were some of the things, trying to think of her and paint a memory of her in a good light, right now with everything that's going on, what was KEIMANI like? Tell me a little bit about how KEIMANI was in the time that you've got to know her.
KEIMANI was phenomenal. KEIMANI was a helper. Like, she was older than what she appeared to be. Like, you know how they say somebody has an old soul? She was that. She loved older music. She loved playing video games. She loved the friends and family that she was allowed to be around. She played basketball for Spring Elementary. She was highly intelligent. So I'd like to clear up the mental issue statements. No, she was not mentally ill in any way. We had her, assessed, and they didn't feel as if anything was wrong with her mentally. So that was not an issue. But back to KEIMANI, she would, like, say for instance, someone would come over and they had children. They didn't have to worry about their kids because KEIMANI immediately embraced them and would play with them. Kid stuff. She was phenomenal. Like I said, she was like no other kid her age.
Second oldest daughter. I'm KEIMANI's aunt. My name is Sanika. I live in Indianapolis. All this that is going on is devastating. You wouldn't think that, you see it happen around the world, but when it hits close to your heart, you really just be thinking like, did I do something wrong? Did I fail her? She didn't have the life to live that we have got to grow and live. She was only 13. So to know that somebody that I trusted, which was her father, to come through and deceive us just to get to KEIMANI in some sexual way or a harmful way, that hurts me to the fullest. At the point I feel like I failed her. Me as being her aunt, a person that she could run to and tell anything and everything to. That was my girl. That was my baby. And to hear all of this, to know all of this, and to be going through all this and hearing it for as long as it went on, it's very devastating. I see so many people that are supposed to be my family that's going against my mom and me for that instance, and saying like, oh, she failed her, she had something to do with it, she had this and that. It doesn't matter at this point. For right now, and until we get justice for KEIMANI, it's all about KEIMANI. What I would like to say is there's a lot of people on the internet starting GoFundMes, and that's not what we need right now, because it's not what KEIMANI needs. The funeral home has objected to say that they're going to come and pay for everything, so there's no need for any GoFundMe pages, any of that. Everything is being taken care of that needs to be taken care of by her family, her immediate family.
Does it upset you that there are GoFundMes? Some of them, I think, in cases might be scams too as well. That are
what upsets me is that people
are starting these GoFundMe pages and putting KEIMANI name underneath it, and they know that it's going to get viewed and people have sympathy and feel some type of way about that. And some of them can be scams, but I know some of them have come from family members. When just let the immediate family handle that. Like, what y'all gonna do with the money if y'all not turning into the funeral home? There's no need. Let us handle it. Y'all just sit back and give us the emotional support that we need. That's what we need right now. As a family, as a community, we should all come together and just give each other the emotional support that we honestly need. And that's just what I asked for everybody to, calm down, breathe. I know this is a hard time, because it's not just a hard time for y'all. This is a rough time for me. I just need y'all to come together and understand that we need each other as a community, as a family, and emotional support is what we need the most in this situation.
Yesterday the crowd was, you were here, I'm assuming, the crowd was very upset, lots of emotions going through too, especially at this time with such a sensitive situation. We've heard multiple comments out in the crowd, attacking or pointing fingers at your mom. So, what has it been like trying your support system and helping her out? In a way, you have to be mature enough to decide, am I going to follow along with the crowd, or am I going to, stick around with the loner? I'm to the point where I'm not following nobody. I'm going with what's right. If it was your mother, if it was your niece, would you console your mother? Would you console the person that was closest to her, who lived with her? I'm not out to have a torch and the pitchforks and all out to go against anybody except the person who did this, which I believe was her father, Darnell. I don't have any other anger pushed towards anybody else. I'm angry that this happened, but I'm angry at the person who did this. Do you know if have you been in contact with Tiara, the mother?
Yeah, I've been in contact with my sister. It's been briefly. It's been over through text. Like I said, I live in Indianapolis. I seen her yesterday, but that was very brief. It wasn't even more than 5 minutes. It was more or less that she wanted to show me my other niece, Kazaria, which is KEIMANI's youngest sister. But it wasn't like it was oh sis, what are we gonna do? Any of that. And I don't wish this on nobody. I really don't. I could, your mind go different places when it's a baby. That was a baby. Like I said, I have a very close relationship with KEIMANI. She was a tomboy. She wasn't out looking for, trying to be fast or, mischievous or any of that. So for her mother to come down and have all this to say and all that, Tiara, where was you for the past 4 years? We haven't seen you since KEIMANI TikTok party. You haven't called her. You haven't sent her anything. You haven't said, oh, baby, I'm going to come get you for a weekend. We haven't seen you until this happened. Why we got to see you when it's a tragic moment? So, Tiara, where do you stand?
And Tiara lives in Cleveland, correct?
Yes.
And so the past 4 years, you're saying there's very little communication.
Very, very minimum. It wasn't even, she'll call my mom. She'll go through me and say, have you talked to mommy? And I'm like, no, about what? And she'll say, oh, well, she got custody of KEIMANI and she trying to get child support from me. So it wasn't that Tiara was concerned about KEIMANI. It was more of the why she want child support from me.
What is the relationship between your mother and your sister Tiara?
It's very distant. They had their words. They fought. KEIMANI mother has a godmother that KEIMANI was with before my mom got her. And there was no communication then from Tiara. I feel like Tiara just let her go. Because any mother would be on her toes to get her children back. That wasn't the case here. It just wasn't.
When was KEIMANI taken away from Tiara?
I'll say about 7-8 months. And then Tiara godmother stepped in and got custody of KEIMANI, which would have been around 9 months. And KEIMANI had been with that lady from 9 months all the way up until about, I'd say 5.5 years ago.
So it wasn't like Tierra was actually in the picture, saying, hey, maybe I can start getting myself together to get my child back so nobody else can get hurt.
Have you ever worried for Keimani's safety with any of the family members or anyone?
I wouldn't say I was worried because I was here. I was here every winter break, spring break, holidays, birthdays. I was here for Keimani. Yes, you come and you enjoy time with your family, but I was here for my niece. I also brought my youngest sister and her 2 kids from Indianapolis to be here for Keimani because we've been in the system before. So I know how it feels to feel like, dang, I'm at somebody's house or not wanted. I know those feelings. So I tried to give Keimani that at all times because she's wanted and loved by her aunts. And this is just devastating that I have to go through this for the rest of my life and knowing I'll never have the embrace of my niece, the hey TT, what you doing? When you coming down here, I'll never get to hear that from my baby again. And that's what kills me the most.
Well, the shooting happened just inside that red tape. You can see the red tape means it's critical evidence. Now, Chief Potts and Bryant were on scene. Columbus police say the SWAT team had been following what they described as a dangerous person who was wanted for a serious crime, though they would not say exactly what for. But the Fraternal Order of Police President Brian Steele says the man was wanted for murdering a teenage girl in Toledo. The SWAT team found the suspect, who CPD says an adult man, around 10 o'clock this morning near the corner of 2nd and Denison. CPD says at least one SWAT officer fired at the suspect. The suspect was taken to a hospital and is expected to survive. CPD says one gun was recovered from the suspect.
One of our SWAT teams was working a dangerous individual who was wanted for a serious crime. And SWAT was given information that this gentleman was in this particular area. When SWAT arrived, they did make contact with the suspect.
I was standing in my kitchen and just heard a few gunshots, and you don't hear that here on this street typically. So I came outside and looked down my sidewalk, and I saw the SWAT team over an individual.
And per protocol, BCI will investigate this officer-involved shooting.